Friday, so that's why I'm here. As always, wishing you lots of love, joy, happiness, and all that good stuff. Hope your week was good. Hope your weekend is great, and just hope your life's even better. Haha. So my week was really chill this week. I'm not complaining about that at all either, because something else could be coming around the corner. So yay for chill weeks. But Wednesday was the new moon, and it was an incredibly powerful new moon because it was on the 11th day of the 11th month, 1111, and that's a really powerful number in numerology. And I am not even going to try to pretend like I'm that astute in numerology. Not going to do it at all, but I can read. And so I've read. And so I know it was a really incredible night, and it was a perfect time for setting intentions. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to set some intentions tonight. I'm going to do it. And it was not as easy as I thought it would be. So as I read, because I told you I read, what I read is that when you set your intentions, you want to use the most positive terms. You want to use positive terms, and you want to speak it as if it is already happening or has already happened. Well, the difficulty for me was actually setting out and speaking out exactly what I want. I've spent a whole lot of time talking about what I don't want. I know what I don't want. I know what I don't want very well. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want no scrubs. Like I know very well what I don't want. But actually sitting down and speaking what I wanted was actually a tad bit of a challenge for me. And it got me to thinking. I'm sure, I'm not the only one, not putting anybody on the spot, but I was wondering if the same thing is true, if you've found the same thing to be true for you. And I really, the way I had to snap myself out of it was, I was like, Janice, you will never have what you want if you don't speak it. And I don't know, somewhere along the line in life, I think I've kind of fell into this trap of like saying desire is like a dirty word. Not consciously, but just unconsciously, I've walked around like, you mustn't say you desire that. You must not get your hopes up, because what if it doesn't happen? What if you don't get it? See, therefore, if you never say it, then it happens. It's just like, oh, yay, look, that was so nice. But if you say you want it and it doesn't happen, then you're hurt and you're mad. And focus was off. Focus was completely off. So this was a great exercise for me to actually sit down and get specific. I tell my girlfriends this all the time. Like, my girlfriends who are like, I want a good man. And I always tell them, well, that doesn't tell anything. That's such an arbitrary term. Good at what? You want to be good with money? You want to be good with your kids? You want to be good at sex? What does that mean? Be specific. And so I had to turn around and do the same thing to myself. Be specific. I had this whole list of don't wants. And actually saying don't want is just speaking more negative out into the world. I'm just speaking more negative and drawing it back to me. No wonder I wasn't getting what I want, because I wasn't speaking it. I wasn't saying what I wanted, and I wasn't being clear about what I wanted. So it was an exercise. It took me quite a while, but I finally did it. And it just really put me in touch with myself and what my heart's desires were. And it's just kind of the thing that I hope for everyone. Like, what are your desires? What is it that you really want? And are you actually speaking it? Are you letting it be known that that's what you want? Don't bury your treasures in your heart. Don't do it. Put it out there. That's the only way to get them back to you. Our thoughts, our desires, they're things. They grow. What we pay attention to, what we focus on grows. And I think so often, it's just such an easy trap for us to focus on what we don't like. We spend a whole lot of time talking about what we don't like, what we don't want. I really didn't like this, but we don't really spend a lot of time glowing over the things that we like and that we want. Oh my gosh, this was great. This was amazing. Like, I want more of that. We even do it in our relationships. We tend to reinforce the relationships in our mates, in our children's, in our coworkers, in our employees. We reinforce the behaviors we don't like. Let them do something you don't like. Oh, they never hear the end of it. We'll bring it up in old arguments. No, because remember that time back in 1984, it was a Thursday because it was raining. I remember that day. Remember you did that, and you always do that. Like, we reinforce it. But how good are we at reinforcing the positive? Hey, when you did that thing there, I just love it. It made me feel like, whoa, yes. We don't do that. And that's the same way that we are with our desires. We speak a lot about what we don't want. I don't want a smoker. I don't want a bad job. I don't want to struggle. Okay, but what do you want? What is it that you want? Are you being specific about what you want? I want a job. Well, what kind of job, baby? What are you good at? What are your skills? What do you want to do? Like, do you see what I'm saying here? You can't get what you want if you don't speak it, if you're not letting it be known. And I think I'm going to make this a practice quite often. I'm going to check in with myself and pay attention to what I'm speaking out there, and I'm going to let my desires be known. And I actually found a little fear rose up when I actually started to set my intentions. Some fear came up because it was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually saying this is what I want. And it's because I really want it. What if it doesn't happen? Oh my gosh. And I had to snap myself out of it like, girl, get it together. That's how I have to talk to myself sometimes. Y'all probably not as stubborn as me, so y'all probably don't have to talk to yourselves like that. But that's how I had to talk to myself. I had to snap myself out of it real quick. And so I don't want to make this long because I don't think it needs to be. I think it really speaks for itself. Get specific. Get, what do you want, and speak it out there and put it out there. I mean, and I'm not saying go stop everybody, see, hey, my name is Janice and I want, I'm not saying do that, but just with yourself, let it be known what you want. Don't bury it. Don't hide out from yourself. Set those intentions. Go after the life that you want. Get it. It's yours for the taking. You've just got to let it be known that that's what you want. So yeah, I'm still thinking on mine. I've been thinking on them, releasing the fear, and just every day speaking them out loud, and kind of encourage you to do the same. Fly, man. Just fly. I'm about to start. Love you. Happy weekend. Bye.